Good morning from Hot Heads Marine. Here we got a customer brought us a trailer for an inspection, and he's a good customer. He's got his boat here now. This is another trailer he has. So we want to remove the wheels and the hubs and check the brakes. Also, we want to be able to spin the wheels and feel the wheel bearings. And you can't hear that, but it's growling pretty good. Wheel bearing sounds kind of growly. It's tight, but it's growling. On further inspection, we can see why. The bearings are pretty much shot. They've served their life. Also, it's been over greased quite a bit, or just the grease seals are bad. A lot of times with these bearing buddies, with the grease fitting on the other side, you know, you don't really know how much grease you're putting, so sometimes you put too much, it squirts out the back of the seals, and it gets all over everything and ruins the brakes. It greases the brakes so the brakes don't work. The wheel cylinder doesn't look like it's leaking, but since it needs all the rest of the brakes and it appears to be original, it's going to be best just to change the whole backing plate and make sure that everything's good and new. The brake rotors look pretty good. Can you flip that over? I mean, they're typical, you know, a little bit of rust in them, but we can take some brake clean and clean that up. It's not bad, but it's just caked with grease. You know, that's over half of the drum is greased. There's your seal. It's got a lot of grease around it. So some new wheel bearings, some seals, clean the brake drum, new backing plate. The brake lines are metal and they look okay. They got some nicks and what have you. They're a little bit of damage on the nuts, so hopefully they come off easily or easy enough with a line wrench. And we've got the rubber brake line. Looks like it's, you know, not bad. Well, wait a minute. Looks like it's cracking, so the rubber brake line is also bad. The muck boards in the trailer, the rest of it look pretty good. The master cylinder looks original, you know, you can see. And it's welded on actuator. The actuator seems to work okay, even though it looks like maybe it's suffered a little tweaking, maybe a jackknife once upon a time. But the master cylinder is literally full of water. So it's gonna need at least a master cylinder. The brake line connects underneath this thing in a very small area, and it's a steel line. If that gives us trouble, we're gonna end up running a new brake line, and we'd use a flex line kit. So I might just go ahead and price that initially, do a brand new flex line kit all the way down, tee it off. It'll be flex line to that one, flex line over and to that one. And that would really just rebuild the entire brake system. Like I said, all new wheel bearings, new master cylinder instead of actuator. That way, hopefully we can get that master cylinder still. I'm pretty sure we can. We'll do a brake solenoid, the reverse lockout solenoid, and everything else I mentioned, and it should be good to go.